Okay, so we are having two labs today in our session. In the last lab, we have seen a few programs on functions. We have done the programs from our lab manual, and we have seen a few questions on how to work with strings and all, right? In today's lab session, we are going to begin with the questions related to class. So, in your lab manual, yes, in your lab manual, you can open your lab number 4. Okay, so for using the enumeration data type, you can use enum to store the data of each of the variables value. Like you can use enum to store the record of radius. You can use enum to store the record of either the choice from user, that if the choice is 1, then you are using the area of circle. If the choice is 2, you are computing the area of triangle. Like that also, yeah, like that also you can do. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, okay. Yes, so like that also you can do. You can use enum to create a enumeration data type for just storing choices of user. Okay, otherwise you can use enum to also, yeah, you can use enum to also store the record of radius, height of the triangle, length, width of the triangle, like that. Okay, now I hope your classes and objects concept is done in your theory session, right? Classes and objects has been done in your theory. Okay, so in today's session, I want to, let us begin with the questions of classes and objects. In the sense, you can move on to lab number 4, so that, when your mid semester is there, you will be able to write the programs if you are asked in the question. Okay, let us move on to the programs of lab number 4 for creating the classes and creating the data members, calling the functions, using the objects and all. So if you want to begin with lab number 4, the first easiest example in lab number 4 is question number B. Okay, first we shall solve B and then we shall move on to A and C. Question number 4B is stating that you are creating a class known as bank account, which is having these data members. Okay. Now, what all are the data members? Data members means nothing but the variables. And member function means the functions that you are going to create inside this class bank account. So these are all the variables. Name of the depositor. Now you must know name will always be of type string. So this variable is of a string data type. Account number, you can choose to keep it long because the account number could be of 10 or more digits. So we can keep long data type over there. Then a type of the account, whether it is savings or current, that also you can check. Using a string variable, you can create the type of the account and the balance amount in the account. So balance is a variable that you can keep as double or float, okay, for which you are going to store the value of the user's balance in that variable. Now, if you see the functions of the class, the functions are, you need to assign the initial values. Okay, so the first function will be initialization. It is used for giving the initial values of that account. In the sense, what all values? These are all the initial values. Name of the depositor, account number, type of the account, and the balance in the account. So you can use the first function to give values to these variables. The second function is the deposit function, which is used for adding the balance of whatever deposit user wants to do. You can pass that as a parameter and you can update your balance variable of your account. Withdraw, again the same thing. You can remove the balance from your account by changing the balance variable, and you can display the name and balance. That is the last function. You need to test the program for 10 customers. So you need to create 10 such customers. You need to create 10 such objects, and you need to work on these functions and variables with 10 such objects. Are you getting the first question? What you need to do? Okay. Let us begin with the first question. Yes. If you are having any queries, do let me know. I will help you out. For practicals, yes, you have to create a Word file that is having the question number, in the sense 1A, 1B, 1C, the question definition, and your solution of the question. Along with that, the output screenshot. It will be there. It should be added in your Word file. As a part of submission, you will need to submit that Word file at the end of the semester or anywhere in between when it is asked for. So make sure that you are creating the copy alongside, in the lab itself. Teaching scheme. Teaching scheme. What do you want to know in teaching scheme? So this. Oh, so you see the distribution of the marks here. Okay. So mid semester will be of 30 marks. Your internal evaluation will be of 20 marks. Viva, term work, this will include the lab practicals. Assignments given to you will be evaluated in internal. ESC component is something that is dependent on the teacher who is teaching, the faculty who is teaching the subject right now. So he or she will be elaborating on this component in the class. Whenever it is required, it will be explained it to you. But these are all the marks. That you can ask your faculty who is taking the theory. I will not be aware of that data. Yes. Who is taking your theory session, no, you can ask that faculty, he or she will be able to answer you properly. I don't understand how your question is relevant to this lab. I don't understand how your question is relevant to the syllabus of C++. If you have any relevant questions, you can please ask. If you have any queries regarding this question, you can ask.
Ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, I have a problem in lab 2 B, the question B of
Oh,
lab 2.
okay. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Occurrences of each vowel. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. I have tried, but ma'am એ ખબર નથી પડતી એ પ્રોગ્રામમાં શું કેવી રીતે
Okay.
કરવાનું છે એટલે.
Okay. So, have you tried something?
નો મેમ એકચ્યુઅલમાં મેમ મેં ઇન્ટરનેટ ઉપર ટ્રાય કરી હતી, ગોઈતું હતું, પણ મેમ એ એકેય સમજાતા નહોતા મને. અને પછી યુટ્યુબમાં વિડીયોઝ પણ જોયા તો મેમ નહોતું સમજાતું.
Okay. So you know how to create a string variable, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you can get line and you can use the console input command and you can store the value in the variable. Now, if your string variable, if it is a string variable, then it is always the collection of characters. In the sense, your variable of 0th location will represent the first character. If the string entered by user is hello, say for example, then 0 is capital H. Then variable of 1 is E, and so on and so forth. So now, if you want to check whether it is a vowel or not, first you need to check how many vowels are there in totally and which vowel has occurred how many number of times. That is what you have to check. So what we are doing here, you can simply create a for loop. We can make it run with 0. You can run it till the length of the string. Okay. And increment it by 1. As soon as you are encountering a vowel in this loop, as soon as you are encountering a vowel in the sense, your variable of I. If your variable of I is A, either your variable of I is E, you know this comparison now?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Yes. Then, if that is the
So,
case,
ma'am, we have to. Okay. So, ma'am, we have to take the vowel in variable of I, and if we encounter it, then you have to print it.
then you have to simply increment the counter. That okay, vowel is there. I am incrementing the counter. Now, the question is actually a two-part question in the sense you should also print how many times A has occurred. A has occurred 0 times, Then if you think about E has occurred 1 time. Think about O has occurred 1 time, in the string, right? You have to also print this also. Okay, I has occurred 0 times, and U has occurred 0 times. You have to print this also. And along with that, you have also print total number of vowels. So, if you put the condition like this, anywhere it is or. If it is or, it means even if it is A or E or I or U or anything, it is incrementing the counter. So this counter will print the total number of vowels. But for having the count of each and every vowel in your string, you will require if condition in such a way that if your variable of I is A, then you increment your A counter. In the sense, you have count variables created for A, then for E, getting it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Then if that is the case, then else if it is E, like this you can continue. Okay? Then you have to increment your count of E. Here you have to increment your count of A. So at last, if you print count of A, count of E, it will print all the counts. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, so I'll try, and if I have any issue, then I can contact you anytime.
Yes, you do it now only. Write this program now only and then share your screen.
Okay, ma'am.
I'm pasting the question. Sorry, I'm pasting the question in the chat box just in case uh, somebody is sharing their screen. My screen will not be visible. I am pasting the question in the chat box for your reference. Okay, Daksh, you can paste your code in the chat box. If your screen is not shareable, you can put your code in the chat box. Yes, yes, no worries. Yeah.
Ma'am,
Yes, yes.
મેમ આફ્ટર આપણે મેમ અગર આપણે એરે ડિક્લેર કરી નાખ્યું એના પછી આપણે જેમ અત્યારે મેં લીધું છે કે એરે ઓફ 5 પછી વર્ડ લીધો છે
Huh.
તો એના પછી મેમ ડાયરેક્ટ ફોર લૂપ ફેરવવાનું.
Yes, yes. If you input the value from user, next thing you have to create the counters. Okay. Counter for vowel A, B, A, E, I, O, U, and create a counter variable simply for counting all the vowels. Then you start your loop.
ઓકે એકચ્યુઅલી મેમ અત્યારે ખાલી એક વર્ડ લીધો છે, અત્યારે યુઝર પાસેથી નથી લેતો.
Then
અત્યારે મેં
also,
ખાલી એક
yeah. Yes, yes, yes.
ઓકે.
Yes, anybody done with the first question, bank account question? Once you are done with that, we have to begin with the next question. That is the first question. I'm still giving you a few more minutes for the bank account question. If you are facing any challenges, let me know. Yes, Om, please share your screen. Okay, so you are creating a class bank account. Okay, then you are creating these variables are private. Okay, good. Then you are creating public functions. You have a friend function, which is simply going to show the data of all the accounts created, right? Okay, bank account. Uh, yeah, get data for inputting the name, account type, account balance, correct. Then deposit amount, okay. Withdraw, are you taking the condition? Yes. If it is
Yes, madam.
then yes, correct. Then only you are withdrawing, correct. Then you are printing, okay, yeah, information, name and balance, okay. And your show all function, yes, it is x dot name, yeah, correct, good, good. And you are creating the object and you are using get data first, okay, show all. Then, okay, deposit, withdraw, and display the information. Yes, 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 yes. Very nice. Done, done, done. Very good one. Yes, you can stop sharing. Anybody else done with the first question? Okay, Om, now we are moving to the next question. Next question is, you are creating a structure. Okay, you are creating a structure. The structure, it is having variables. So you have two variables in this structure, which is restoring the distance in the inch feet system. So it is inputting two distances in the inch feet system and storing in the members of two structure variables. You're creating a structure which is having two variables for inputting the distances from user. Now you need to compute the sum of both the distances and you need to print the summation. Getting the question? I am pasting the question in the chat box for the reference. Yes. Okay, if you are not having any queries with lab number 4 questions, you can leave the session, no worries. Mention your numbers in the chat box before you leave the session. If you are having any concerns with lab number 4, you can, yeah, yes. Harsh, what is your query? Okay, please share your screen. Yes, your screen is visible. What is your query, Harsh?
Ma'am, I'm getting these four errors.
Alright, okay. Um, you are missing semicolon before the line. Okay, at line number 12. Yes.
Okay, ma'am, that I got it.
Got it? Scroll down. Show me the rest of the code. Okay. Yes, correct. Yes, yes, yes. Very nice. Correct. Yes. Okay, good, good. So now are you able to run the program? Check it once. Try new cross-platform PowerShell. Okay. Some problem with your editor? Try in some different editor. Yes, Om. What is your question?
Okay, ma'am, I will try.
Yes, yes. Yes, Om, you can share your screen. Yes. Okay. So you are creating a structure with two variables. All right. Input is for inputting the data. Okay. Static variable. All right. A of I. Okay. X and Y. Correct. A of I dot int. Okay. And A of I dot feet. You are adding them to t feet, which is zero initially, right? And yeah, both are zero. Okay. And you are creating. Oh, you understand the array of structures. Then you must also understand the array of objects, right?
Yes, madam. Both.
Okay. Yes, yes. Then it is good. All right. So in the bank customer question, you can apply that logic. You can create array of objects, and yeah, it is good. Yes, yes. Yes, very nice. Yes, yes. You can stop sharing. Whenever you get time, you work on the rest of the questions of the lab manual, okay?
Okay, madam.
Yes, yes. If anybody is having any queries, please do ask. Otherwise, you are done from my side. You can leave the session. Yes, Priyaranjan, Devansh, you can leave the session. If you are not having any queries, if you are having any queries, please do ask.
Ma'am,
Yes, yes, Devansh.
ma'am, in second practical क्वेश्चन सी
हाँ,
वो एनम वाला मैंने पूछा ना उसमें कैसे करना है मुझे कुछ आइडिया नहीं आ रहा है
okay. Which is the question?
क्वेश्चन सी
Question 2C. Okay. So, what you have to do here is you need to create. Okay, yeah. So what we need to do here, you need to create enumeration data type just for storing. So what can you do? You can create enumeration data type just for storing the values of the side of the square, the radius, and the length of the triangle and the width of the triangle. Rest of the program is going to be as it is what you have done in your simple switch case. Create a switch case, and add the record over there. Whatever is the case, you can execute it accordingly. Here you are creating enum just for storing the record of radius, length, breadth, width. That's it. Got it?
ओके उसमें सी इन के द्वारा जब हम किसी भी यूजर से वैल्यू एंटर करवाते हैं
हाँ.
तो जो जे जो भी वो वेरिएबल में स्टोर होता है वो वेरिएबल हमें एनम एनम के वेरिएबल में स्टोर करना है
Yes, whatever value, or even you can create a static enumeration which is having certain value like this. I will share one line with you. Wait. Yeah. Say, for example, you are creating the.
मैम स्क्रीन इज नॉट शेयर
Okay, okay, yeah. Just 1 minute. Forgot to share. Like this. Okay, you can create enumeration like this. And wherever you have to use it now, you simply use it in the same way you have done it. In the switch case, whenever the choice is one and you are executing the area of circle, at that time you use radius value. Getting it?
ओके 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 गॉट इट first of all if I want to get for value from user then this variable radius is put in cin
Mm-hmm.
then when user put value 1 in cin then
Mm-hmm.
store value in radius in enum values radius
Yes.
okay okay
Yes, exactly. Getting it?
okay thank you ma'am.
It's not easy.